Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Lollipop and today we are doing an overview of the brand new Trek Procaliber bikes that have recently been released. So in this video I'm going to show you the updates and upgrades to these bikes from 2023 to 2024. I'm going to cover every part difference on each bike, and then at the end I'll compare these tables to show you all of those details in one place. For a background, the Trek Procaliber bikes are designed as hardtail, cross-country race bikes, which means they are lightweight and faster on lighter trails. For the past 3 years, the Procaliber bikes have only been offered with carbon fiber frames to give you the lightest weight and the best performance. However, for 2024, we have two brand new aluminum models in the lineup, which are the Procaliber 6 and 8. For this video, I will not be focusing on these aluminum bikes since I do not have a respective bike in 2023 to compare them to. However, I will be creating a full Trek Procaliber comparison video in the near future, and in that video I'll highlight those new aluminum bikes and compare them to the carbon bikes. And unfortunately, we have not seen any updates to the Procaliber 9.5 or 9.8 for 2024, so this video will pretty much just be focused on the Procaliber 9.6 and 9.7, but I will create more videos in the future if more bikes are released. So let's get into it by discussing the Procaliber 9.6 first. The 2023 version of this bike is currently priced at $3,100 US, and luckily the price is not increasing for 2024, and actually it will be a little bit cheaper in the UK. For the updates, the first one we have is to the color. Now, not all of these colors are offered in the United States, but the 2023 bike came in the colors Satin Marigold and Deep Smoke, Blue Carbon Smoke, and Volt with Raw Carbon, while the new bike replaces these with the colors Galactic Gray and Mulsanne Blue. For the part updates, we don't have too many, but the main one is to the brake set, which has been swapped out from the Shimano Dior MT410 hydraulic disc brakes to the Shimano MT500 hydraulic disc brakes with Shimano Q's levers. These brakes are similar, but the Q's ones are newer and have a nicer lever design that is more ergonomic. And the next update is to the saddle, which was a Bontrager Arvada with hollow chromoly rails in 2023, but is now a Bontrager Verse saddle with austenite rails, which is a more comfortable saddle in general, so that is nice to see. And the last part change is to the grips, which have been changed out from the Bontrager XR Trail Elite or Trail Comp grips to the ESI Chunky silicone grips, which are more comfortable and better suited for cross-country racing. All of these updates have an effect on the weight of the bike, so in a size medium with tubeless sealant installed, the 2023 bike weighed in at 25.21 pounds on average, while the new bike weighs 24.7 pounds. Now this is a half a pound difference in weight, which actually kind of seems like a lot in this case, but these weight values are averaged over a lot of bikes, so they can vary from bike to bike. Alright, but moving on, we have the Procaliber 9.7. This bike definitely has a lot more upgrades, but the first change we have is the price. In 2023, this bike was $4,500 US or 2,600 pounds in the UK, and it has not been released in the United States yet, but in the UK, this new bike now costs 1,000 pounds more at 3,500 pounds, which is a huge jump. Now, these prices don't convert directly from pounds to dollars, since Trek actually changes different amounts for all of their bikes depending on the country it's in, but my best guess is that the Procaliber 9.7 will be around 5,000 US dollars in 2024, which is a massive amount of money for sure, but I'll add an update comment down below with the official price when the bike is released. Okay, but let's talk colors. The old bike came in the colors Navy Smoke to an Alpine Blue Fade, Crystal White with Trek Black accents, and Rorange with Deep Smoke accents. The new bike comes in two new colors, which are a white prismatic color and a carbon blue smoke color with deep dark blue accents. For the part updates, the first one we have is to the rims. The 2023 Procaliber 9.7 used Bontrager Covey Elite 23 rims that were carbon fiber and 23mm wide internally, but the new bike now goes to the 30mm wide version of these rims, which are a bit heavier but definitely stronger as well, so that's nice to see for durability. And next, the handlebar and stem both have been upgraded from the Bontrager Line carbon bars and a Bontrager Elite stem to the Bontrager RSL MTB full carbon fiber one-piece handlebar and stem, which is definitely stronger and looks pretty cool as well. I have the measurements of each on the screen, and this does mean that the new bars are less adjustable since the stem is fixed to the handlebar, but it does save some weight. For a smaller update, the grips have once again been changed out from the rubberized Bontrager grips to the ESI chunky silicone grips for some better comfort. And one thing I'll quickly mention here is that the 2024 bike is now using a grip lock to engage the remote lockout on the front suspension fork, so you just twist the grip with your hand to make the front fork fully rigid, as opposed to the more common shift lever remote lock mechanism on the 2023 bike. Not a big change here, and it's personal preference on which one is better for you. And next we have the brakes, which have been swapped out from the Shimano 2-piston MT500 brakes to the SRAM level bronze 2-piston brakes, which is a brand new brake set that is lighter, has great stopping power, and has a pretty sleek design to go along with the new SRAM drivetrains. The brake rotors are also different, but that's just because they go along with their respective brake sets. And the final part difference we have is to the drivetrains. And in 2023, the bike used a SRAM GX Eagle 1x12 drivetrain with all of the respective GX Eagle components, but the new bike is making a huge upgrade to the new SRAM GX Eagle Axis T-Type 1x12 drivetrain, which has a wireless Eagle Axis POD shifter that is more of a button shifter in this case rather than your traditional bike shifter since it is electronic. And it also has the new GX Axis T-Type rear derailleur, which is way more durable than the regular GX derailleur and shifts much better under load. We got the T-Type GX crankset as well, which is lighter and more durable, and the GX T-Type cassette, which has the same gear range but is the newest model and is stronger. Now in terms of gear ranges, the front crankset on the new bike has more teeth on the gear, which means that the new bike will be able to go a little bit faster, but it will also be a little worse at climbing uphill as a result. But you have a very large climbing gear on the cassette, so that shouldn't be an issue. And the last change here is to the weight. So the 2023 bike in a size medium with tubeless sealant weighs about 23 pounds, while the new bike is cutting that down a tiny bit to 22.65 pounds, so not a huge difference here, but still a fairly light bike for both of these. And that is all for this comparison, everyone. I'll show both of those completed tables with the changes here one by one. But overall, for my thoughts, I can't really complain too much about the Procaliber 9.6 since the price is staying around the same and we're getting some good small upgrades, so definitely like that. And the Procaliber 9.7 is amazing right now. Like, all the parts on it are crazy good, and I think Trek went a little bit crazy with those upgrades, so I'm hoping the price doesn't get hiked up too high here. But it definitely is a really cool bike. Not sure what this means for the Procaliber 9.8 since I don't think Trek would upgrade the Procaliber even more than this one, but who knows, we'll see if they add a full-on SRAM XX T-type components on it or something, but for now, this is what we have. I'll see you in the next Procaliber video, but thank you so much for watching, and remember to keep biking out there.